Hi, Julie.
Hi, Tina. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Taking a deep breath, cleansing myself of energy and nerves. And the energy feels very exciting right now, though, doesn't it? We've got a lot
Yeah.
of planetary stuff going on. So maybe we're picking up on that and kind of a shift, right?
Yeah. Again, Julie and I, we weren't exactly sure what we were. Well, we still aren't quite sure how this today's show is going to unfold, like how the
No,
talk will unfold. But we're winging it.
that's right.
It's fine. But we know it's around the energy of freedom because things feel lighter now in our world, no matter where you are and no matter what's going on. So there's, I think, a collective sigh of relief.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think things are opening up now. So things are going to start to shift. I don't think like everything will be, you know, was
Instant.
it
Yeah.
instant, right? Or the coast is
Right.
clear right away. But I think, yeah, generally there is this, energy of, yeah, things are, you know,
Yeah.
we're shifting to like, okay, let's look at what we want to free up and, things feel lighter and more
Yes.
positive maybe, despite what's all going on still, right? So,
Oh,
mhm.
absolutely. It's been a lot of doom and gloom and fearful predictions of what our future holds for us. So that's kind of what I'd like to let go in 2021 is what could be, fears of what our future brings. And for me, I just want to let all of that go. I just want to focus on what's positive in the now kind of and build on that because it does take time to get momentum going. And that's what we need to get going
Right, right,
is
right,
momentum. So I'm thinking for my releasing, that's what I'm going to release is what could be, what should be, and just kind of focus on what is and what I can grow on.
right. So setting free is the theme, and I feel like it's for the week as well. And that's related to releasing or letting go.
Yeah.
So I also want to say like that applies to things, we might feel like it no longer serves us or it's not, you know,
Yeah. Not leading us
working
toward
for,
our highest good. Yeah.
right, or it's not working for us. So it's like just set it free then. And it's like don't worry about it, like what happens to that energy, or if you have like a goal or a dream or something you want to bring into your life, whether that's, something like tangible, like a physical, or if it's an emotion or something spiritual, it's like, okay, think about that, but then set it free and just see how that comes to you, right?
Yes.
How
And
that
trust
comes
it.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Trust the
yeah,
process of it because it is a
yeah.
process like everything is, right?
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
freedom comes with that's the price that you pay for letting go is freedom, really.
Hmm. Yeah. And I
There's no
mean, it can,
downside.
yeah. And sometimes setting something free could be like what's been weighing you down,
Yeah.
because it could be like, oh, you just let go of the anger, or you set free your anger, set free your sadness, set free the
Yeah.
angst, frustrations, liberating,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. What
Yeah,
will
right?
liberate you? Hmm.
Well, we've been very restrained. 2020 was a year of restraint and in so many ways,
Yeah.
even our views and our perspectives, and we were all restrained into our own kind of glass cages of emotion, really. It was hard.
Hmm.
So we went through a shadow side, the earth did, and we had to all look at ourselves very critically and own our own shit. It's been a lot of blaming and victim claiming and this is why I'm like this. And
Yeah.
really 2020, we all were kind of isolated alone. We couldn't really blame anybody but ourselves. We weren't at the gyms, we weren't at the clubs where everyone tells you who you are. We had to figure that out on our own in 2020 without bosses and coworkers and that exterior feedback of who you are,
Right.
and what you mean to the world. So,
Right.
hello, Sheila. How are you
Yes.
doing? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So those who are watching us live right now, you can, we invite you to join the conversation. If you'd like to add anything, that's welcome. And if you have any questions, that's welcome too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We like,
Yeah.
yeah, we want you to be part of the talk. Yeah.
Yes. Part
Hmm.
of the community of how do we move on now? How do we how do
Yeah.
we move forward now and progress and leave old thinking behind too and old beliefs
Right.
about ourselves? And
Hmm.
so yeah, I would love to hear how you guys are doing this
Hmm.
and some tools to do it. So we've got the Leo full moon coming on the 28th too. That's
Okay. Yeah.
exciting planetarily. Yeah, because the Leo is all about the sun. And the sun in the tarot is the happiest card in the deck. I pulled the sun card out from my. It's
Yeah,
just
that's so
all
pretty.
light,
Oh,
right?
that feels so, just looking at it feels good. Oh,
Does, right? Right?
yeah.
Makes
I'm
you feel good.
craving warmth. Yeah. Like that looks
Yes.
so warm and like, oh, I
Yes.
want that.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Freedom.
Because right.
Doesn't it just express freedom in
Mm-hmm.
in all of its glory,
Yeah, because
The
yeah,
sun.
because it's also looks joyful and life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got this full moon in Leo, so we
Yeah.
can really take advantage of the sun coming out. We've all been rained on for quite some time, so let's take advantage of the sun coming out and notice the rainbows around us. They're there. My brother and I driving to work the other day on Friday, we were talking about all the woes of the world and everything. Ron and I, and his 60th birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday, Ron! But all of a
Yeah.
sudden, right as I'm talking, this huge, beautiful rainbow comes right out in front of us.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so great. So the
Wow.
rainbows are coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hold on.
Yeah. That's a big birthday. Yeah. Happy 60th,
Right?
Ron. If he's watching, I don't know. So,
He's probably working, but he'll watch later.
okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, big
Yeah.
one for him for sure. And he's
Yeah.
an Aquarius, of course, because his birthday was yesterday. So
Okay.
there's 4 signs I was reading that this full moon is going to really affect, and that's Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. So those are the 4 that are really going to feel some changes, I think, with this full moon, because we've got Mercury going back into retrograde at the end of the month
Right.
too. It's been
Yes.
a little while, yeah, right?
I
So
think it's
there's,
starting already now because most
is it?
astrologers, yeah, so and I'm of that belief too, even though I'm not an astrologer, like energy changes, it's not always on that date like that. When you
Right.
do the calculations, like it's like we move into it, like kind of like
Yes.
slide into it, and that's
Yeah.
so most astrologers, even though it's I looked on the calendar, so it's Saturday is when it goes officially goes retrograde, but
Okay.
they believe it starts earlier, like we start feeling it ahead of time, and then it picks up momentum as it gets closer to the date and then in. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think yeah,
It's coming.
yeah, it's
And there's a
coming.
lot returning to us because of that, astrologically. So things that you started, maybe you put on the shelf as far as goals, maybe you write things, you want to sing, you want to play an instrument, those kinds of things, usually in the
Oh yeah.
creative realm. Yeah, you've kind of shelved it and thought, well, I just can't right now. That's going to kind of really come back to you strong too, those urges. And
Okay, because of the Leo full moon.
because of the Leo full moon.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Leo's all about drama. Leo is
Right.
very strong Leo. So you can just feel them walking into a room. Michael, my husband's a Leo, and he's warm and you want to navigate to him. He calms everything too. In crisis, I don't want to be with anyone other than Michael in a crisis because he calms the room. He does, he's not an instigator or a fear monger that way. So, and Leo's
Right.
all about that. That's a real strong Leo sign in that. So, and I see in Malin, did we decide if it was Malin or Malin?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. Yes. And Arlene, there's our
Yeah.
Arlene in
Yeah.
here too.
Hi. Yeah. Hi,
Hello.
ladies. Thanks
Hi,
for being here.
ladies.
Thanks for,
Yes.
yeah, saying hello. Yes. Yes.
Yes. I
Yes.
love that.
And what else was I going to say? Freedom. Yeah. So what would you like to set free?
I am setting free. Well, I've come through so much. So, what I'm setting free really is the anger. I've been really angry and resentful and of things, and I'm ready to let that go. I really am. I had to go into a detached mode for quite a while after I went through a real sad time. You know, I was just sad. And then I detached because that hurts when you're so sad like that. You just feeling
Right.
sad, you know? And
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
detached, and I had to do that for my own survival and psyche kind of things. And I detached from everything for a little while, you know? I let
Hmm.
myself be distracted by video games or games on the phone, you know, things like that. Mind numbing things, I would call it, just to, so I wouldn't have to think about anything. So, but you come out of that a little bit angry because now time has gone by and I've missed out on things, and, you know, and COVID took a lot of people's celebrations away. You know, it was real celebration remover because you were all alone no matter what was going on, you know.
Right.
So I'm just ready to let the anger of all of that go now, and move more into a grateful position for myself, so that I can be grateful for what's to come for me now, and open up the doors and just progress into my new path here as an older woman. You know what I mean? It's a big transition to age, you know, and I'm into this
Yeah.
kind of second phase of my life, and I'm ready to let the anger from the past go. So that's one thing I'd
Yeah.
really like to release. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I haven't really given it much thought. I guess for me, it's what would I like to let go? I have to really think about that. I know I'm
Yeah. You
kind
think
of,
about it.
yeah,
Everyone should. Everyone should. Yeah. Think
and
about
I
what
should
would
know
you like to
better.
let go? No,
I
no,
I
no.
picked
I put you on the
we
spot
picked the
there.
show topic, and I presented the question, and it's like I don't even know. Like, oh
That's
my
what we're
gosh.
here to do.
I
Present the
guess for
question. You
me,
know, I want everyone to say.
I guess, I want to say like I'm a worrywart.
Me too. Yeah.
Like
Me too.
I'm really bad at that. Like I will worry, or sometimes, yeah, go down that
Mm-hmm.
road, and it's like, okay,
I'll
you
go
know
down
what?
every scenario. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's like yeah, I've had enough of that, because it does, it's taxing on the body, on the mind,
Mm-hmm.
on the soul, and it's just, I want
Yeah.
to be free. It's like, you know what? It's almost like, okay, however things will work out, that's how it will work out. Like it's almost like I want to be surprised by the universe this year. I don't know if I'm like
Yes.
opening up,
Right.
a can of worms or something, but it's like, yeah, um,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Surprise me because I'm ready now. I'm prepared. Arlene's saying she's loving this entering a new stage of life too. Like, isn't that what we're all doing? You know, right?
yeah,
We're all entering this new stage, no
yeah,
matter your
yeah.
age. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's like, I don't want to get so worked up about things, because it's so easy
Yeah.
to get pulled in, right? Like, especially if you listen to, I try, like, I'm not a big news person, but, I will check in like different news stories just to see what's going on and what they have to say. And it's like, I don't like how it makes me feel still, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
because it's like
Right.
there's this pull, like they try to pull you in.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? It's not that I don't care. It's just that, like, can we just
Yeah.
figure this out?
Can we focus on something else? Yeah. Let's
You
focus
know,
on what brings us together and what our values are and what we want rather
yeah,
than
instead of
what we're
like,
fearful.
yeah, it's almost like, instead of stirring the pot all the time, can we just like, okay, can we like fix this? How can we fix this? Or how can we
Yeah.
improve upon? I guess that's where I want to go. I know I've been saying that off and on, this
Yeah.
past
Right.
year, but that's what I want. And
Yes.
yeah,
Security and knowingness. Yes, I am with you on this too. And new
hmm,
surprises. Arlene is looking for new surprises too because we've been surprised. You know what I mean? That's what, like, when the tower comes up in people's readings and stuff, and they're all
yeah,
like, "Oh my God, it's the best thing ever," because you've been working toward this thing for a long time and it's not working. The universe has so many ways to put roadblocks in your way when you're going the wrong way. You know what I mean? And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
it was reminding me the other day, I read this story or something about this person who wanted to learn an instrument, learn a musical instrument during COVID because they were
Okay.
home and this was their goal, you know, like Groundhog Day, where he learned the piano, you know, in all this free time that he had because the day repeated itself.
Yeah.
So he wanted to learn a new instrument and he wanted to learn the piano. That was his
Okay.
goal, the piano. He needed a piano. That was what he always loved, was the piano. And he said that, so he would look in the classified ads during, or on Nextdoor and Craigslist and all of these things. And he saw a guitar for a really good deal, $20. Oh, too bad that's not a piano. And he let it go. And then there were free guitar lessons that somebody was giving because they were bored during COVID. And he was like, why
Oh,
can't that
wow.
be piano lessons? I would totally do it if it was piano lessons. Well, I was laughing at this story because he didn't say the moral of the story at the end, but I thought, here the universe has given you guitar in your face how many times, and you just pushed it aside
Yeah.
because it wasn't the piano. So it reminded me of a card reading where they're like, oh, a blonde, blue-eyed man is coming to you soon. When you do that, here comes this, dark, brown-eyed man, and he's a perfect man. But you're like, nope, he's not blonde, though. That's not it.
Right. Right.
you know,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. 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 And Arlene says she's tired of so much scandal. We need truth and love for
Yes,
sure.
Arlene, right? Too much scandal. Who cares what anyone else has done? Keep the scandal. I guess that comes back to owning what you've done, owning your own mistakes. Owning your own mistakes. Everybody is flawed, right? Everybody has
Yeah.
made mistakes on
Yeah.
this path. And
Yeah.
and when you don't own it, there's nowhere to go from there. So let the scandals come and go, and they're fads, really, right? They're just fads,
Mm-hmm.
these scandals. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
fear mongering. Yeah.
Mhm. And unfortunately, it's a year of because it's a year of communication and
Yeah.
expressing. It's like one of the things, like the other side of that coin, it's like that involves gossip too. So, so
Yes.
I guess, the best answer for that is like, don't, don't pay heed or don't listen to
Hmm.
those stories so much. So, yeah.
Yeah. They really have nothing to do with me. It's what I've been learning a lot lately too, is if it doesn't have anything to do with me, why do I care,
Yeah.
on these scandals or these accusations, or I know some of them are pretty bad too, and I don't need I have to censor myself a lot. I don't need to know the
Yeah.
dark side of man. I just don't need to. I know it's out there.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm in denial, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
I
and I
don't need
think,
to.
and I think people I think that's part of the, what's lifting right now too, is, and part of the freedom, it's like people are tired of the same thing over and over again. And that also includes, I want to say, people in the public eye that we look up to
Mm-hmm.
or that we watch or,
Yeah.
follow. So, and I'm not going to name names, but I've noticed like the last few weeks or so, it's like, when you're looking to, let's say in the evenings, to chill in front of a movie or TV show. So let's say you're on Netflix or whatever, and it's like, this actor again. And it's almost like,
Yeah.
and I know they're a draw, right? Because they're a big name actor. And it's like, they have this sense of this presence of like, it's going to be a guaranteed hit because so and so's in it. And it's like, you know what? I'm tired. It's not that I don't appreciate their skills. I don't think they're a bad actor. And I'm talking male and female, but it's where it's like, you know what? I want to see somebody different or new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it's almost, and it's like some of these actors too, I'm noticing it's like, it's the same kind of movie. Like they're always playing the hero or they're
Yeah.
always like,
Yeah.
it's always, you know what I mean? And it's like,
I do.
I'm not, it's just like, I just want something different now. It's like, that's more engaging or makes me, think or get caught up in the story, that's not so predictable. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know
I
if anyone
do.
else is out there. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we need new stories now. There's so many heroes among us, especially for what we've all been through. This has been a worldwide event. There's so
Yeah.
many heroes among us. So when you're watching somebody overcome something, it's almost rude because you're like, well, hell, I had to overcome more than that. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
some people are. So it's just becoming old. Yeah, everyone has a hero story. We're all
Yeah.
heroes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm there. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just,
Right.
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Sierra. Yes.
Yeah. She's new. She's new to the room.
Yes.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome.
So
So I'm
I was
wondering,
reading this. Yeah. Go ahead.
no, you go.
I was reading about this full moon ritual. I posted it on my Facebook
Okay. Right.
page because there's this ritual that you can do under the full moon. It's kind of like a moon potion, but it's
Okay.
letting go.
Right. Okay.
Why are you laughing at me?
Because, I think since we've started this, it's like we're all over the place today.
Yeah, we have no rhythm today.
And I'm just thinking, and I think because I saw Sierra and she's probably the first time she's listening and she's like, what kind of a show is this? Like,
I'm never
not
coming
making
back here
any
again.
sense. There's no rhythm to our show today. It's usually better than this, Sierra.
Right?
And the others who are listening. Oh my God.
This is how my mind works too. This is my hell that I work with every day because I'm all over the place all of the time. So,
So, okay. So we're kind of jumping as we're talking about freedom and then TV shows, and then Julie comes in with the full moon ritual.
That's
Okay,
right.
go, Julie. Share your full moon. Yeah, we want to hear this.
The struggle is real.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So you can do this full moon ritual with letting go. So they were saying write down 10 things you want to let go of on little slips of paper
Okay.
and put them into do your ritual first, your meditation, clear your chakras type thing, so that you can be open and figure out what you want to let go of because it's a hard question. It is to say, what do you
Yeah,
want to
or
let go
setting
of?
free.
Or setting free, right? Because the
Yeah.
question is usually, what do you want to bring in? Especially on a full moon. The question is never really, what do you want to release? And I think it's a better question,
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and even, you know what, sometimes setting free can be easier for some people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Then letting go.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think people pick the words that feel good to you, whether
That's
it's,
a good
I'm
point.
releasing or I'm setting free. Um,
It's a
I'm
good
letting
point.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because
Yeah.
like the words, people get, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just want to make
No,
this
no.
clear. People get caught up on the words sometimes. Like it has
Mm-hmm.
to be said a certain way, or you have to use these certain words. And it's, my belief is like, no, you go with what comes to you or what comes, like what's natural, what feels
Yeah.
good, because the universe will get it. They'll
Absolutely.
understand what you mean, right?
Yeah.
So
Your
yeah,
intent. Your
yeah,
intent is what matters, right?
that's right. Yeah,
Set your intent.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
Okay.
look at the difference between setting free and letting go. If you're letting go of something, it implies that you're losing something. You're losing something, an emotion or something like that. Where if you're setting it free, it implies that there's something better on the other side for what you're letting go of, right? Because it's
Yeah,
going
like
to be free. Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're making room for something better. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So if you write these 10 things on a piece of paper and
Yeah.
put them in a little mason jar, like my moon potion jars, and
Right.
you bless the water, you chant on the water, and I'd like to let this go. I'm free to let this go. You're what feels good to you, because words do matter, as we know from last week. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you pour your moon water over those pieces of paper, and then you leave it out under the Leo full moon so that those things can dissolve under the rays of the full moon. And then the
Okay.
next morning you can pour your water into the ground and bury those, or throw them away, or whatever you need to do with those. But
Okay.
that's a good way to at least set some intention, because it is all about your intention and what you're setting into the universe. So
Hmm.
letting it go, it's just tangible. I like writing things down. I'm because I'm so unorganized in my brain that I need to write things down for myself, so I do
Right.
like
Right.
doing that. Yeah.
So I just want to be clear, those that are listening that want to do this, you don't have to. It's not necessary, right? So So when you say 10, does it have to be 10? It doesn't have to be 10, does it?
Of course not. No,
No,
no, I don't think the number has anything to do with it,
no.
really, right? In fact, if it were me, I would do three because three is always my
Mhm.
number to go to. But
Right, right. Yeah.
yeah, see, I don't take things like that too literally either. Do you? When people are saying do this and that, yeah. Don't take me too
No,
literally, people.
yeah. Well, I guess it depends. Like, I mean, maybe the first time I will, because it's like,
Yeah,
I think that's how we're programmed. Like, you
yeah.
follow the
Try it,
instructions to a T,
right?
and then yeah, and it's like with experience when you do something, it's like, oh, you know what? No,
Yeah,
that's
like a
too much, or
recipe.
that didn't work. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's
Like a
right.
recipe. That's what you
Like a
should call it.
recipe.
The
Yeah.
moon
Yes.
recipe,
Yeah, that's
full
what it's
moon
called now.
recipe.
Full moon recipe. It's what it's called now. I love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, intentions and intentions instead of words. Yeah, it's all about the intent, isn't it, Mara? For
Mhm.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So I was going to just ask, I don't know if anyone out there who's listening wants to answer. Anyone wants to share what they would like to set free?
Yeah. Any
Mhm.
ideas? I'm setting free anger. I'm setting free. Even though I read tarot cards and all of this thing too, I think a lot of my worry comes from that too. I always know. I sometimes I go through phases where I'm watching YouTube tarot card readers obsessively when the energy has changed and I can feel that it's changed and I know it's changed. And then other times I can't watch it all because it's just the same energy over and over and over again, no matter what people do. And it goes through every reader too.
Right.
So it shifts very rapidly. So I do pay attention to the energy of the collective, and the astrology, and I've always been an astrology reader and stuff, but we all have our own personal free will. And so we're
Yeah.
going through things at different times for our higher good. It's always about our higher good too in this. So
Hmm.
don't feel bad or left out if that astrology is just not matching you, or the readings are just not resonating with you and you're like, well, damn. Or another hard thing is when you're obsessively watching tarot card readers is if there's a cheating energy going through the collective, or all of a sudden you're fighting with your boyfriend or your husband. It can insert things that don't belong to you, energies that
Right.
don't belong to you when you're looking at generals and things like that. So that's why I don't follow real closely. I like the ideas of things, but I have a hard time step by
Hmm.
step because it doesn't always apply to me.
Yeah. 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 And I just want to add with astrology, you're more than your sun sign.
Yeah, so much to
So
that.
yeah, so I get that. Like, because I like to read my daily horoscope and weekly horoscope, but I
Yeah.
know enough. Like, okay, I have to read my rising sign.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
My moon
sometimes,
sign. Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's the moon sign you will read. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. Like, I wonder, like, maybe with the full moon coming up, people should read their moon sign as well. Like, so
Yes.
if you know your moon sign,
I've gone through that where
yeah,
I've been resonating. I'm a moon Capricorn. My moon is in Capricorn, even though my sun is in Taurus. Sometimes I've gone years where Capricorn's been spot on with me. I've just happened to be on that part of the collective, that's resonating
right,
with that. So it is
right,
important to see. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Let's see what Sierra says here. Oh, it's raining outside. I have a lot of worry from what I've been through last year, so I've been trying to let some of that go, right? Let go of that worry. Me too. Me
Mhm.
too. I think we all feel that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's a good thing to let go, is worry. There's nothing we can do. Worrying is not going to help anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's right. It gets you nowhere.
Get you nowhere. My
Yeah,
mom has a
yeah,
famous saying, don't borrow trouble. Just deal with trouble that's at your door. Don't borrow it because
yeah.
it'll come to you regardless.
There's a good quote about worry and a rocking chair. I'm trying to remember
Really?
it. Because Sierra, I don't know if you heard us at the beginning, so I struggle with worry myself.
Yeah,
Um,
me too.
yeah, and this is something that I've been trying to work. I want to say it's like a lifelong thing, but
Yes.
because I do numerology too, and I know my numbers, and that's one of the things I got to work on this lifetime because my numbers are connected to worry.
Yes.
So, so I think, what is it they say? Worry is like a rocking chair. You know,
Yeah. Comes and
you
goes.
like you move back and forth, but it gets you nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Because of
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
right. So I think it's something like that.
I
Yeah,
like
I
that.
probably lost the gist of it. Yeah.
No, I get it. And yes, Arlene, I'm with you. I let go of my money fears a little while ago, like a year ago too, because I was so money obsessed. It was ruining my life of I didn't have enough, it was just, and what was going to be enough for me. So
Hmm.
I had to let that go. That will kill you when you're worried about
Hmm.
money. I mean, that's a horrible
Hmm.
fear to have.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially with everything going on. I mean, it's
Right?
a concern for many, 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 right? And
Yeah.
it just seems like um, our financial world is going through big changes,
Oh yeah.
right?
Big, big. Yes. Huge transformation of money and transfer of wealth too out of a lot of people's hands. So it's
Yeah.
scary with money, and there's nothing worry will help you with it too either.
No,
It's
it
only going
doesn't.
to help when you start getting those ideas of what can I do? What can I do? And that helps, but
Yeah.
yeah, letting go, look at that, letting go of control and going with the flow, right? Yes. Just go down that, let the paddles go. We've been paddling for a long, long time. It's time to just
Yeah.
go with the flow. Yes. Yes.
And
Thank you, Tanis.
yeah, Tanis, it's nice to see you here. So Tanis is a dear friend of mine. I've known her
Oh,
for a long time. Yeah, she's like a little
yeah.
sister to me. Yeah. So
Oh,
I
hello,
know her.
Tanis.
I know Tanis, and it's like, yeah, Tanis has to have faith. So Tanis, for you, you're learning about, because that's when I know her numbers by heart. So that's one of her things. According to her numbers, she's got to learn to heal control. So for Tanis, it's like, okay, have faith, have faith. That's where you want to go.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah. Um,
And
so
all, yeah.
yeah, go
And
ahead.
we're all feeling this energy too. Sierra saying she's sending out love vibes to everyone too. And everyone feels that. That's a true thing. That is absolutely true. If we can get the momentum of love and peace and understanding, that momentum is it's like a snowball. You can't
Yeah,
stop the energy once it gets going like that. So that's such a beautiful thing to do.
yeah. And the thing is with that though, with the energy of love, no strings attached. Like you cannot
Unconditional.
attach anything to it. So it's just like, okay, I'm just sending love out. And that's it. Don't think
Hmm.
about who it'll
Right.
affect, how it'll work
That's
out,
right.
what it looks like, nothing. It's just love. So it could be just like sometimes it's a matter of, okay, I'm sending the color pink to everybody. And that could be,
Yeah.
related to
Right.
love. Yeah.
That's right. That might be a better thing to do too. A blanket of love rather than a
Yeah.
thought, right? Because you get all
Yeah.
these distractions. Unconditional love is such a no better way to say it, right? With no conditions. To love with no conditions is
Yeah.
an amazing thing.
And it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do.
No, no.
No, 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 no. So I'm wondering, so let's see. Um, I want to say, okay, let's do this. So those who shared in the room what they're ready to let go of, let's think of a mantra that's connected to
Okay.
freedom or setting it free. So let's say, like Sierra, she said she wants to let go of worry, that energy of worry. So it could be like, so, okay, because it's like easier said than done, and it's almost like that doesn't work. So with Sierra, it could be like, okay, taking a breath, and it's like when you do feel worry or start going down that road of worry, it's like, okay, Sierra, take a few deep breaths, and it's like, I I am well, all is well, and it's almost saying it a few times. And it's like that creates, I'm wondering, like that might create a sense of freedom or being free of that energy of worry.
Yes, I love that.
Just gets you into a better spot. And let's see.
Yes, I love that.
Um,
All is
oh,
well.
so Arlene, so she's got money fears. So it's like it would be like every time she's, has a fear about money or spending money or the bill coming in, it's like, take a few deep breaths and it's like, nope, I am rich.
Mm-hmm. I
I
am
I
abundant.
am
Yeah.
I am abundant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is paid, you know,
Yes.
the money is here. Yeah.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
know and setting it free, and it's like, don't don't give in to like how where the money's going to come
Yes.
from. Will I have the money? Will it work? It's just
Yes.
practicing. That's part of
Right.
setting it free, right? Or related to freedom, because it's freedom free, setting something free. It's like you don't know how it'll work out. You
Right.
don't know what will come to help you, right?
Oh,
That's the
yeah,
whole
right.
purpose of that. Yeah.
It leaves an
Yeah.
open door for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was reading this one mantra I was reading this morning. It says, it's time to release the past and let go of all the heavy weight that has kept me stuck, trapped, or playing small. May it be
Mm,
released now. I reclaim my power. I reclaim my true self. I call back all the parts of myself that have been lost along the way. May they return to me now. I am restored. I am whole. I am love.
mm. That's
I like
nice.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very nice. And Tanis, so letting go of control, going with the flow. Oh, she wrote one, I am rich with love. Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
one.
right. We're very
Yeah.
wealthy in love. Yes, I love that.
And the thing, I think like the other one too, like letting go of control, it's like, like all is going according to plan,
Yeah,
or
right.
again, it could be like, I am doing well, or like,
Yeah,
I got this,
yeah,
or the universe has my back. That could be the other thing, because that's related to faith, right?
yeah.
Um,
Mara says self doubt, anxiety, and expectations of others. Now
yeah.
that I had to totally, totally reconfigure my expectations of others. Like that is the best thing to let go of is what you expect from others. There's that's a great thing to let go of because you go
Um,
through and like even Christmas, it's the build up and what am I going to get? And you're expecting, your expectations are up here. And so inevitably you're going to be disappointed or let down or felt, uh, empty. So
yeah.
letting go of those expectations is a wonderful thing to do.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think. That's a lot. Like those are big ones, Mara.
Yeah,
Self-doubt. So it's like I want to say, and anxiety, it's like it has to do with confidence, maybe. So
yeah,
it's
you're
like,
right. I am
I
confident.
I am confident, I am capable,
Yes, I love that. Yes.
right?
Right,
I
Mara?
am,
That feels better.
yeah, I am strong.
Yeah.
Um, I also want to say like I am beautiful, right? Because
Okay.
like beauty for me, it's like about inside out,
Oh, yeah.
right? Um, and yeah, that
Right? Right.
yeah. So I hope that will help. Oh, and Tanis, yeah, okay. So go ahead, um, Jude. So Tanis says, "I am rich with love" was
Love
for
for
Arlene. Oh, that was
Arlene.
very kind, very sweet.
This is going to
Thanks,
be a
Tanis.
fantastic community. Right? To support
Yeah,
each other and love each other
yeah,
and acceptance, right? A lot of it
yeah,
is acceptance, even with self-doubt and acceptance. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
capable. I love those two, Tina. That
yeah,
was beautiful.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and
Yes.
sometimes like, so I believe Mara's an artist. So like Mara, like maybe paint your, I don't know if you paint or if you draw. I don't know what medium she uses, but why don't you gift yourself an art piece?
Yeah.
Like setting free, like, what you would like. to emanate from you, so if it's like pouring out of you, so it's like do the opposite of self-doubt, anxiety, expectation, like, and if that means like, something that looks light and bright in your piece, then that's what you do. Yeah, so that might be,
Absolutely.
and it could be like something where like, oh, you have it somewhere where like, it's a daily reminder of
Yeah.
you feeling better about yourself and your life, right? Yeah,
Express yourself through your work, through your
yeah.
artwork, for sure. Any
Mm-hmm.
creative outlet, any creative outlet.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can express yourself freely, right?
that's right. And that's a good way of setting things free and,
Yeah.
and getting into that energy of freedom. And it's not like last week I posted one of my thoughts had to do with a short story from the writer Kurt Vonnegut. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name right, but
Yeah.
anyways, it had to do with, it was a true experience he had, and he didn't feel, the gist of it was like he didn't feel he was very good at things he was doing, like, he was learning to play an instrument, he did choir, like all these, but he said, I'm not very good at that. And the guy responded with, well, why does that matter? Do you enjoy it?
Oh,
Is it
that's
fun?
good.
it, it
Yeah.
makes it makes you like an interesting person because
Yeah.
you do all these different things. So, and that's very freeing, right? So it's like,
Yes. Right.
um,
Absolutely.
yeah, like, and people think like, to be creative, it's connected to being artistic. And that's, creativity is more than about, being artistic. It's not limited to that. It could be in cooking, it could be baking, it could be something
Yes.
crafty,
Yes.
right? Like sewing.
Yes. Anything, any
It could
creative
be
outlet,
anything.
anything.
And it's, yeah. And so it's like maybe do that. And it's like, it'll set things free, especially if you're in a bad spot or you're feeling bad about yourself or your life, right?
Oh, it could
Yeah.
be coupon cutting, anything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Bonnie's here. Hi, Bonnie. How are
Yeah.
you doing? And she's got a very good point. She says she always asks myself, when that happens, what is the payoff from being in that vibe? Right? Is this for your higher good? Is this helping you to get closer to your higher good? And
Yeah.
that, and any creative outlet will help you to get closer to your
Yeah.
higher
Yeah. And
well-being. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good one. And sometimes I'll ask myself too, like when I get down, it's like, how does this serve me? Thinking this
Right?
way or feeling this
Yeah.
way. And that sometimes is enough of a push to get out of that funk and,
Yeah.
and you set yourself free from it, right? That's a good way of setting
Yeah.
yourself free
Yes, I
from
love that.
these, yeah, what holds you
Yeah.
back or gets you down, right?
Oh,
Because now
yeah.
is the time, you guys, it's like we got to, start I don't want to say it's like we're not alone, but it's like, we got to start taking ownership
Yes.
of how we
Own it.
feel,
Absolutely. Don't let
you know?
anyone put you down for how you feel. We are all women so far as I can see here. There's probably some men watching, but women in particular have been told to sit down and shut up for a very, very, very long time. And it's time
Mhm.
for us to come together in groups like this and empower each other
Yeah,
and help to raise each other up. That's the only way we're going to rise to the top of all this foolishness that man has created, right? Is woman
yeah,
power, So,
yeah. And celebrate
yeah.
each other, right?
Yes. Yes. If
Right,
we're crying, celebrate that. If we're sad, celebrate that. If we're happy, celebrate that.
right.
It's right. Yes.
You know, and
Yeah.
start to appreciate the beauty of all of us, right? Because it
Yes.
shouldn't be about how we look and dress and
Right. And don't
if
hurt
we
each
have,
other.
mhm,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we got to stop doing that too.
Stop
Stop
being
bash.
competitive with each other. We've got to let this competitiveness with each other go. It's not helping us at all to be
Yeah,
competitive with each other. We're all on the same side. Humankind is on the same side, and that competitive note is there.
yeah,
But let's not turn it on each other. We can do better.
yeah,
We should
yeah,
be
and
doing better. Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes. I was reading Mara.
Okay. Are you going to read it out loud?
Sure. I
Okay.
love those ideas. Creating a reminder of the light, beauty, and gift for myself. Yes.
Mm,
Taking ownership and empowering ourselves, each individual loving themselves. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
we have the power to lift each other up and praise each other for all of our faults because we all have them.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And cheering each other on too, right?
Yes, focus on our
Because,
strengths, not our
you know,
weaknesses. Yeah.
because
yes.
the world is tough and harsh, and it's like we need to start, if we want to change that, it's like, okay, we got to start, of course, with ourselves. So stop being tough and harsh on ourselves, but
Right.
also with each other, right?
Yeah.
And it's like cheer and encourage that. So it's like, okay, so Mara, again,
Yes.
I'm going to go to Mara, and it's like she's an
Yes.
artist, and it's like, Mara, like, you love being an artist, you want to do that, let's cheer her on, like, let's
Yes.
celebrate her art, and let's
Yes.
encourage her to do more of it and to share it with the world, right? And when she does,
Yes.
it's like, wow, like, celebrate that when she does. It might not always be our taste, right? But it's not about that. It's just about, like, wow, look what she created, look what she did. And because someone out there is going to love
Absolutely.
that, right? And we
Oh,
we
yes.
got to cheer that. So I
Yes.
feel like
Absolutely.
that's what we need to do more of. Set that free, right? Let's set
Right.
more. Mm-hmm.
Well, when you're creating a piece of art, it's a very unique piece of work. The writing world is like this as well. There's not a
Yeah.
whole lot of competition in the real nitty gritty of the writing world. When all the authors are together, they're
Yeah.
only praising each other's strengths because everyone is so different as a writer. You have a
Okay.
different
Yeah.
style, a different voice. They call it the author's voice.
Mm-hmm.
And painting and drawing and sewing, and those are all the same thing. You're doing that. It's all you channeling yourself into this piece of work.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love the writing community for that. There's no judging. They're not like, yeah, yours was crap. Mine's so much better. Read mine. It's not like that. It's like, well, I loved how your character pulled through this and got out of that scenario, and you really did well with that. That's what we need to bring back, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is praise and for our uniquenesses,
Yeah.
for our
Yeah.
differences.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And even when
Recognize.
people, yeah, and when people fall or they feel like they failed, like, what can we do to help, you know, cheer
Yeah.
them up, or cheer them on?
Yes.
Okay, that's the other
Right.
thing too. Yeah.
When they hit that wall, because don't we all hit
Mm,
that wall where you're like, I'm never going to write again. I suck. I'm no good. I'm never going to be what I
yeah.
think I want to be.
Yeah.
And you just hit that wall. You need a push. You need support. We all need
Yeah.
it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We do.
So I
Oh,
love
of
it.
course. Hmm. Yeah.
yes.
Alrighty.
So that's what I'm putting into to the full Leo moon, full moon in Leo. That's what I'm letting go of. Any kind of judgment. I'm not judging anybody for anything they're doing anymore.
Yeah.
If I
Okay.
don't like it, I'm looking away and censoring myself. If I do like it, I'm going to ask more questions and be more curious about it.
Okay. Okay. Let's pick something fun now. Let's be. I don't want to say greedy.
Okay.
I don't feel that's the right word. Let's gift ourselves now. So those who are
Okay.
still listening, so what is something you really been wanting in your life? And it's like, so for some people, so let's say maybe Arlene will be, because she's mentioned earlier she worries about, not, she doesn't worry, she has money fear. So it could be like financial freedom or
Mm-hmm.
financial abundance. So it's like, pick something and we'll just set it free. Okay, we'll do that as a group. Okay, so you want to go first or you want me to go first? Because I know what I want. Either
Okay.
way.
You go then. You
Okay,
go.
so I want my lovely dream home oasis. That's what I want. Like, I've been wanting to,
Yeah.
like, I've been really, um, I don't want to say like on the move a lot, but it's almost like undecided where I want to put my roots down. So it's like, I want to put down roots. I want my, yeah, my
Yeah.
oasis, my cabin or like my dream home. And I'm not thinking of a mansion, but it's like that's what I want. So I'm going to set that free. My lovely dream home oasis, I'm setting it free
Good for you.
to the
Good for
universe.
you.
I'm going
Yes.
like that. Like, there we go. I'm releasing it
Okay. Right?
like that.
You're
Yeah.
trusting.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And what about you?
I am setting free. I got to go with money. I still struggle with money coming and going and trying to control it all. And so I really need to truly cut that free, cut that money bond I have, and realize abundance comes in all forms. And I'm letting it go to have money, millions of dollars or whatever I think will make me happy. I'm just letting it go.
Okay. Lovely. We set it free. There we
Set
go.
it free.
Yeah.
Mara's a dream job and a happy family. Let's set this
Okay.
free for Mara. Let's
Yeah.
just set it
Yeah.
free for her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We set it
Okay.
free. Yeah.
Set it free.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody else? I don't know if anybody
Anybody
else
else?
wants
What do you
to.
want set free? We'll chant it out with you. And as soon as you set it free, that's when all your dreams come true because our expectations are leaving us, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. We
I
got
guess.
money, we got job, we got home. I guess what else is there? Love.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe somebody out
Look
there,
at
it's
us.
like about love and relationship.
Right?
Yeah. So let's do
Right?
that. We set the love and
Just set it free.
relationships free. Yeah.
Set it free. Let's
Yeah.
set your soulmate free. Yes. Okay,
Oh,
good.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, we got a few more.
Oh, good. All right, what do we got here? Let's do this. Laughter and happiness. Yes, Tanis, we're going to
Yeah.
bring it in.
Love
Laughter and happiness, and we're setting free any kind of
and
misery
free.
and despair and just letting it go. Yes. Arlene needs to let go of her money fears and what's that word? My glasses are not
Hot
on.
springs.
Hot
Hot
spring home.
springs. So she wants like
Okay.
a mountain oasis. We set it
Yeah.
free, Arlene.
Me too for you.
Yeah.
Okay. We set it free. We set it free for you. And Trina just joined. Hello, Trina. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining. What do you want to set free, Trina? We're setting it all free for you.
She
You
wrote.
tell us.
She did
Her
write.
soul partner, she did.
Yeah. Okay, so
Let's
we'll
set it
set
free
that
for
free.
Trina. Yes.
Yeah.
Let it
Set it
go.
free.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then he'll show
All
up.
right.
We won't think about it. We won't look. So we won't think about these things, everybody,
No.
because we're setting it free.
Won't ask for it. Right.
We won't look for it. We just have, I guess, we just have to believe the universe has our back and, let them take care of it for us.
That's
Right?
right. That's right. And they do. They do. They will bring everything we want into us as soon as we set it free and
Yeah.
truly mean it. Truly mean it. Now we just let it go. We never talk about it again, and until it's in your life again, you just set it free. Faith, exactly right.
Yeah.
That's what faith
Yeah.
is.
That's right. Yeah. You have to believe it before you see it.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
faith for every single one of us.
Yeah. And sometimes, it'll come, it'll just may not, show up or be how we think it should be. Or how we
Right.
think we
That's the
want it to
kicker.
show up. Yeah, that's the hard thing.
That's right.
So,
So we set that
it is,
free.
that's
We
right,
don't even look at
right?
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah. I know. Okay. All right. So, any last words?
I'm feeling lighter already. I'm feeling like I've truly set some of these things free. That will be hard not to talk about it. Yes, right. So no doing
Yeah,
it. I'm going to be listening. Next week, we're going to check in on you, Arlene.
yeah. Let it be, Arlene.
You better be good. But we won't judge you if you do.
Yeah,
Right? So
yeah,
yeah, I'm feeling better. I just want everyone to have a great week. And I'm really anxious to get this momentum going and happiness and laughter, like was said out there. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trina setting free her phone, her autocorrect.
Yeah. I know, because she had
I
said
love
begging,
it.
and it's like sometimes I wonder, like, I know we're getting off track here again, but sometimes it's like maybe spelling mistakes aren't a mistake.
Right? Maybe it's
Maybe
Freudian slip
that's
throughout.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, thanks everyone for joining today, because it was, I don't know, it was an odd show today.
It really was. It was fun though. I had fun
Yeah, yeah.
because everyone
So
was involved, and I love nothing more than everyone
yeah,
being
and I
involved
think
in
now
the, yeah.
to have a show like this is good for everyone, because
Yes.
it
I love
it
it.
wasn't it wasn't scripted, and we had no idea how it was going to unfold or what we were going to talk about, but it all worked out somehow, some
It
way.
worked out.
Yeah, and thanks everyone
Yes.
for joining and sharing and being part of the chat. That was wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah, so fun. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great week.
Yeah, everyone, have a wonderful, divine week. Be
Yes.
well and be free.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.